All right, the brand new New York law about AI images is freaking people out, so I want to do an episode on it. I'm a little late to the party here, but I want to go over kind of what the law means. What does it mean for you as an Etsy seller? What you should do right now so that you don't, get in trouble with this law. It's anything new, any type of new legislation. There's always some gray area. There's always some uncertainty because they don't write these laws for like normal people. They just roll out these laws and then they don't they don't have enough details for people to be able to abide by the laws. So a lot of it we have to interpret, which makes it kind of scary. So based on what we know, here is what is going on. Here's what you should do. So a law comes into effect June 9th is when it takes effect. So this applies to anyone selling marketing in New York. You don't have to live in New York for it to apply to you. So if your listings, if you're a US seller, it applies to you. You can't control which states you sell to, so it doesn't really matter. If you're a US seller, it applies to you. If you are marketing in the US, it applies to you. So if you're doing social media in the US, if you're doing Pinterest, it applies to you. So it encompasses marketing and product listings. All right, so what does it actually say? What does it actually mean? So here are a summary of the specific provisions. Basically, it talks about how generative artificial intelligence created images and then defines a synthetic performer as a digital asset that is created, reproduced, or modified by a computer using generative artificial intelligence or a software algorithm that is intended to give the permission or the impression that an asset is an audiovisual, and visual performance of a human performer. What does that mean, right? It just means if you are using a person created by AI to model your product, or a person in any type of images with your products that's AI generated or AI altered, that's what it applies to. So if you're doing mockups with a real person, this applies to you. If you're doing mockups and then using them in social media, this applies to you. Basically, it requires advertisements or products to disclose the use of a synthetic performer. And this is where people are getting scared. It's like imposes $1,000 civil penalty reverse and $5,000 for subsequent. I mean, these things are always super extreme. Enforcing this is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. But it doesn't say, okay, how should you disclose it? This is where the murky gray area is. It's like, okay, I have AI generated images with people in them. Well, how do I disclose it? Is putting it in the description enough? Probably not. So this is what I would do. I would put it to where people are seeing it. So the FCC talks about, as far as disclosing AI, when disclosing that you're using an AI model, to put it as far as social media, it should be very, very clear where they're seeing it. So I would apply that same concept to your product photos. I would just put it in your product photo where you're using AI image. Just a little badge that's clear, that's easy to see, that's basically showing that it's an AI image. So here's how I would do it. So this was these are AI generated images with a graphic t-shirt. So instead of doing it like this, I would just make this update and do AI model used, or AI model, like a small badge, AI model used in the bottom right. It doesn't take away from the image. It's very easy to see. It's on the image, so there's no ambiguity. If you put it in your description, then they can come back and be like, well, it has to be in the image. That's not good enough. That's not clear enough. So I would just put a little badge. I would start doing it now to get ahead of this, because you don't want to have to go back and redo a lot of stuff. You don't want to do it in your description, then you have to do it in your picture. So I would just put it on the picture, especially for these product images, and then if you're using them for social media. Now, it does not apply to AI images that are created like this, that just have the product, right? It does not apply to backgrounds, AI backgrounds. It does not apply to lifestyle scenes. It only applies to people. If you're using AI generated people inside your images, then it applies to you. As of now, that's how the law is stated. If you want to get ahead of this and put like a small badge on these images too, probably not a bad idea. That could be a lot of work, but for future listings, maybe that's something you want to do. Just put a little small badge on here that says AI AI lifestyle or lifestyle image created by AI or something like that, just so it is apparent. I'm sure this is not the end. This is the beginning of states and countries rolling this out as a protection for consumers, because they should know that you're using AI to create this stuff. The bigger issue, and this is already being enforced by Etsy, is if you're using AI to create mockups, they have to look like the actual product, right? You have to make it look like the actual product. If it doesn't look like the actual product, that's a problem, and that's where AI can get you in trouble. So it has to look like the actual item that people are physically getting. If it looks the same, I see no problem with it. If you're taking that item and then putting a different background behind it or in a different lifestyle scene, I don't see any issue with that as long as the product is indistinguishable. That's a hard word to say today. Indistinguishable from the original product. So that is up to you. Not only that, I mean, that comes to play with your actual, with what you're creating, with yourself. If you take a product photo, like a real photo of your product, and then you remake it and it looks different. If you're making a necklace and the beads are a slightly different color, or the material is a slightly different color than the original photo, that's a problem too. So that standard still applies, because that could happen with actual real photos. No different than the AI photos. So you got to make sure that there is consistency across the board with what you're creating. Now, if you're using AI to create art and things like that, that has to be disclosed. That's also being enforced by Etsy. You have to put in your description that you did use AI software or an AI prompt or AI to create the art that you're selling. There's nothing wrong with it. You can sell it. You just have to disclose that you're using AI to help you create the art. AI is a tool that we're using, and that's one of the requirements, is it has to be disclosed. So that's it, guys. That's the overview. The law comes into effect June 9th. Again, just go through your if you're selling mock-ups, if you're selling photos and they have people in them, just go and do the update. You can go into ChatGPT, literally put this photo in ChatGPT, ask it to add a small badge to the bottom right or bottom left. If these were individual, you only need one badge. I did it for both, but just tell it to update the photo there, and then you just take that photo and put it back on Etsy. So could be a little time consuming, but better to get ahead of it now than them to do a widespread takedown of listings, because Etsy's not going to enforce this. But if New York comes calling and tells Etsy to basically take down or to run the listings that are AI generated and take them down, deactivate them, they'll do it no questions asked. So you don't want to get caught up in that if it is enforced. So that's it, guys. That's where it stands. Hopefully this helps give you some insight so you're not freaking out as much. If you want more help with your Etsy shop, I have the Etsy Games community over here. I just rolled out, I didn't just roll out, the last couple of weeks I've been building this out. I have a whole AI automations section to help you fully automate Pinterest posts, social media, product creations, all these workflows to automate your Etsy business. Lots of really cool stuff. So you can get that for as little as $10 a month to get access to everything in the community. I'll help you with SEO, I'll help you with trends, positive, motivational, safe place to come hang out and grow your business. Over 600 members strong right now. So awesome community, awesome place to come. That's not costing you thousands of dollars. You don't have to sell your kids furniture and piggy banks and clothes. You can come hang out for very inexpensive cost and continue to get help and support and grow your Etsy business. Hope to see you guys in there. That's it for today. I'll be back soon with some more good stuff for you guys.